Welcome to part 2 of Free Your Mind. If you have not yet listened to part 1, I urge you to do so in order to acquire additional techniques on how to tame anxiety and keep it from controlling your life. Over the years, I have implemented 10 specific habits into my daily life that have helped suppress negative thinking and drastically reduced my anxiety. By sharing them, I can only hope that these habits can help you too. So I'll begin with an easy one. Breathe and be still. As soon as I feel anxious, I concentrate on breathing deeply. I may have to do this several times a day, but it really does help calm the nerves. During the breathing exercises, I try to relax both my mind and body so that I can gain perspective of the situation. I am naturally wired to respond quickly and negatively, so this breathing technique also helps slow down my reaction time. The second habit is focus only on what can be controlled. When I realize that I am in a state of worry, I ask myself, what can I control in this situation? And then I keep my attention on those things. Many times I will write down what is out of my control on little slips of paper and drop them into my designated "Thou shalt not worry" box. This exercise represents the concerns I surrender to God. If I choose to worry about any of them, then I must physically remove those specific pieces of paper from the box. Performing this action would mean that I believe I can do a better job than God of handling those issues. That being said, I have never taken anything out of that box. The third habit is live in the moment. This allows me to enjoy today and not worry about tomorrow. For example, when I am watching a movie, I focus only on the movie and do not allow my mind to wander or think of anything else in the future. I am also mindful that I am only equipped to handle today's issues, so trying to completely resolve tomorrow's problems is counterproductive. Planning for the future is a wise move, but fretting over it is a total waste of time and energy. The fourth habit is count blessings. When I feel as though my world is falling apart, I start making a list of all that I am thankful for. Even finding appreciation in the little things keeps me from having a pity party. When my problems seem insurmountable, I remind myself of everything that is going right. Instead of worrying, I choose to be grateful. The fifth habit is live life with joy and not in fear. This was one of the hardest habits for me to implement. I naturally fear the unknown, which can completely rob me of peace and happiness. This not only affects my mental, emotional, and physical state, but also my relationships. When I adjust my attitude and regain control of my thoughts, I can actually enjoy the life that I have been given. The sixth habit is stay organized. I am hardwired to be organized, but staying organized is not always easy. When things get cluttered or I cannot find what I am looking for, I get nervous. I don't necessarily enjoy doing household chores or filing important paperwork, but I absolutely love a house that is clean and tidy. It definitely calms me down when everything is in order. The seventh habit is be productive. Working on projects or just staying busy can really help preoccupy the mind. I have a lot of pent-up energy, so I rarely sit still for long periods of time. Even when I am writing my podcast, I take multiple breaks to achieve little tasks around the house. When I start to feel overwhelmed, I make a list of specific things I want to accomplish and concentrate on completing one task at a time. Being a perfectionist, I have had to learn not to beat myself up over the things I did not get done each day, but instead feel good about what I was able to accomplish. The eighth habit is eat right. Believe it or not, Anxiety can be escalated by what we consume. A quick search on Google lists alcohol, caffeine, and foods high in saturated fats, added sugars, and refined carbohydrates as triggers to anxiety symptoms. I personally cannot have caffeinated coffee in the morning, as it makes me nervous and shaky. Peanut butter, spinach salad, eggs and bacon, and cheese and crackers are staples in my diet, along with taking certain vitamins and supplements to help balance my mood. Now, I realize that caffeine and energy drinks are a go-to for many people. Occasionally, I need a little boost during the day too. But when this becomes a regular occurrence, it might be time for you to consider the ninth habit, proper sleep. This is a much healthier alternative to caffeine, as it reduces stress, keeps the heart healthy, and improves memory and alertness. Since I prefer to be a night owl but must get up early in the morning, my doctor recommended I take melatonin to get a solid night's sleep, which for me equates to 7 hours. It can also be helpful to turn off electronic devices a few hours before bedtime, as the blue light can disturb sleep patterns. Last but certainly not least, the 10th habit is exercise. When consumed with worry, it can be extremely difficult to be physically active. But I have learned that I feel so much better when I increase my heart rate or do some stretches. 5-10-minute segments can be just as helpful as running 3 miles. By the way, I do not like to run, so the latter would never be an option for me. However, I did sign up for a web-based program that cost a grand total of $30. The program grants me 24-hour access to quick, simple, 7-minute workouts. Ultimately, it's important that you find something that you like to do, and then stick with it. Forming these 10 habits was not an easy task, but I was determined to keep anxiety from controlling my life. If you suffer with a mental health condition and do not have a proper support system readily available, you may want to check out an online therapy group called Talkspace. From what I understand, licensed professionals are available round the clock via text, telephone, and video chat. If you feel completely hopeless or are experiencing extreme distress, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is free and always available by either calling 800-273-8255 or by chatting online via its website, suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Please understand that effectively managing anxiety is a lengthy process and can last a lifetime. I wish I could provide you with the perfect guide to overcoming anxiety, but everyone's situation is personal and unique. At times, the process can feel like you are hitting a wall or constantly taking 2 steps backwards. Unfortunately, relapses are common because anxiety can attack with a vengeance and surface at any time. Just remember, if you stumble or even fall, get back up and keep moving forward. No matter what the circumstances, defeating anxiety requires consistency, patience, strength, and sheer willpower. I promise, you are not alone in this war. Stay the course, and you will find freedom. To gain access to more of my podcasts relating to anxiety, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or check out my website, thriveintherealworld.com.